Good
day, everyone watching, especially Bulia. Today, we are from Group 13, are going to present our assignment 3, where we review the paper titled An Assessment of Customer Satisfaction for Emerging Technologies in Passenger Cars using Kano model. Here are our team members. My name is Medina Neradendityo.
My name is Irfan Rolanda Advika Putra.
My name is Muhammad Arikul Hakim.
Today we are going to discuss about 8 points. The first one is the introduction. The second one is the Kano model. The third one is the review of the literature. Fourth one is methodology. Fifth one is data analysis and interpretation. Sixth one is findings. Seventh one is future research. And the last one is conclusions and lessons learned. So the first one is the introduction, where the writer analyzed two current situations. The first one is the application of the technological advancements plays a very significant role in designing and manufacturing of automobiles. The customers' needs are changing proportionally with the changing technological trends in the automobile industry. Here are 3 examples of the technological advancements. The first one, as you can see on the picture, is a self-driving car. The second one is motion control, where we can use the gesture of our hands to control the radio. And the third one is hydrogen-powered cars. There are 3 goals of this paper. The first one is the paper tries to explore the readiness of Indian consumers for accepting the emerging technological attributes in the car industry. The second one is this paper tries to find the status quo of Indian car customers for these changes. And the last one is the paper tries to capture the customer acceptability for these emerging features and helps the car manufacturers to know which of these attributes should be included or excluded in the long run. The author also finds 5 points from past research. The first one is satisfied customers makes repetitive purchases and recommends the product to others. Second one is customer satisfaction is all about providing customers more benefits than the cost they pay. The third one is most of the Indian car companies are incorporating latest technologies in their models. The author also finds that the Kano models has been widely used by authors to assess the quality attributes of the products and also been widely implemented in many studies. And the last one is there is a positive relationship between customer satisfaction and financial performance of the firm.
So one of the important points of this paper is the Kano model. So the objective of Kano model itself is to find the requirement fulfilled by the products or services with the customer satisfaction. So we can see from the figure 1 is the example of Kano model of customer satisfaction, and it has horizontal axis and vertical axis. So the horizontal axis shows the extent to which the product fulfills the customer's requirement. Meanwhile, the vertical axis shows the extent to which the customer is satisfied with the product or services. So we can also see the requirements for the Kano model. There are attractive, must be one-dimensional, and also indifferent. So the requirements will be explained in the next slide, please. So these are Kano model requirements. The first one is attractive. The customer will be more satisfied if the product fulfills the functional requirement, but will not be satisfied if the product or service is less functional. It is placed in the top left. So the second one is must be the minimum criterion that must be met by the manufacturer. If these features are not present in the product or service, then the customer will not be satisfied and the customer will lose interest in the product or services. The third one is one-dimensional. The needs that are directly related to the customer satisfaction. The more the product is functional regarding the particular need, the more the level of satisfaction. And the last one is indifferent. It is the attribute for which customers will not care about whether they are present or absent. And the majority of the customer do not care about the certain attributes. So next slide, please. So in this slide, we shows the overview of the literature review. It is overview of usage, and it's been used in many companies. And this example in the manufacturing and service is in quality and logistics service, is in the one festival, healthcare sector, and also in the green facility management. So these are the example of Kano model in the automotive industry. It's been used in Iran and has a study case in the battery electric vehicles And the last one is what application and simplicity is being used, and the studies can be used in the future research. Next slide, please. So these are the methodology used in the Kano model. The first step is surveying the customers, and it has 17 technological attributes as shown in table 1, and it has functional questions. For example, how would you feel if the automatic gear shift system would be present in your car, and it is expressed in the positive way. Meanwhile, there are dysfunctional questions that are those in the negative manner. For example, how would you feel if the automatic gear shift system would not be present in your car? So it has the negative manner like would not and having a not option. And the samples are 250 customers in northern India, and it has evaluation table of the expert like A, M, I, O, Q, and R with the description above. And also it has the remaining category of the product by evaluating the frequency of the responses. And if the frequency is still the same, it still have the priorities from M, O, I, A to I. Next slide, please.
So the next slide is the data analysis and interpretation. So for the profile of the respondent, the survey was conducted in the northern region of India. In total of 250 questionnaires were collected. It can be seen from the table that the most of the respondents were youth between the age group of 18 to 35 years, and can be observed by various studies which indicate these days younger generation has emerged as a prominent cars customers. As a result, this trend worked to the benefit of automakers that produce aspirational vehicle models, especially for younger buyers. And then next for the customer needs analysis. So we have 3 points in here. So first one is to set the priorities. The order must be more than one-dimensional, more than attractive, and more than indifferent should be followed. Then the ESC and RDC were calculated using the equation on the right side. Then after that, after the result is shown, positive customer satisfaction coefficient range in value from 0 to 1. If the value is closer to 1, then that attribute has higher influence on customer satisfaction. Then the genetic customer satisfactions also operate similarly. Next slide, please. So here are the findings based on the customer satisfaction coefficient diagram and the summary of Kano model analysis for emerging technology in passenger car companies. We can see that the major findings of the research are: first, the auto gear shift system has emerged as the only must-be attributes. So therefore, this feature should be included in Indian passengers cars to retain the interest of the customers. Then the second one is the premium surround system is categorized under one-dimensional attributes. This means that the premium sound system can help the company to get a more satisfied customers and hence to have a competitive edge over the manufacturers. And the third one is the integration with a smartphone, connecting application, dual stage airbags in this navigation system, so on and so forth. These features results in more satisfaction to the customers, but the customers will not be dissatisfied if these features are not present. And last but not least, the customers were found to be indifferent toward gesture control, reality display on car screen, RFT, or run on flat tires. So the research contradicted the popular belief that customers are concerned about the environment, as they were found to be indifferent towards hydrogen fuel operated cars and battery cars. Next slide, please.
So now we move on to the future scope of study of this paper, where there are 3 possible research in the future that can be conducted after this research. So the first one is the study can be extended across nation India and also across the globe. So as the research of this paper only done on northern India, this topic can also be conducted in other parts of India and also other countries in the world. The second one is, as technological attributes are ever emerging, the present research can be used in the longevity studies as well. So surely in the future, there will be new technological advancements, and these new technological advancements can also be researched in the possible future. The third one is the variations in the customer satisfaction across the demographic profile can also be assessed. So each demographic profile can be focused in the future research. An example is we can only focus on the younger people or we can focus on the older people. These are the conclusions of this paper. So Indian customers are quite different from global customers. Indian car manufacturers has to be able to adapt. Here are 3 characteristics of Indian customers. The first one is Indian customers are not too much concerned about the environment as they are indifferent towards the use of hydrogen and battery cars. The second one is automatic cars is a necessary feature to be included in the car. And the third one is premium surround sound system provides a competitive edge to car companies in India. And the final remark of this paper is car manufacturers face huge challenges to satisfy and retain customers. Therefore, incorporating customers' voice is the key to car manufacturers' growth and success. Here are the 3 lessons learned that we got from analyzing this paper. The first one is voice of customers must be heard by companies. Financial performance of car companies are reflective of its customer satisfaction. So the higher the customer satisfaction index, the company also can get more financial performance or more profit. The second one is using Kano model can greatly help companies to understand which aspects of a product is important to customers. In this case, technological features of a car are divided into 4 categories: attractive, indifferent, must-be, and one-dimensional. The third and last one is each region has different customer personalities. This paper studies customers from northern India, so the results of this region may not be applicable to other regions. That's all from us. All opinions and questions are greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.